They are going to have individual questions. They're not going to have a veneer questioning. But you've seen, I know it's the penultimate jury questionnaire. It's 3 pages, and there's been some tweaks made to it. We have not seen the final copy yet. Okay, so I think we want to get your thoughts on that, because the 3rd page was concerning just the media. But when Michael, Brian, and I were discussing it, we had problems with pages 1 and 2, which no one else seems to have problems with. So you looked at it. What are your thoughts?
It's a terrible questionnaire, to be really honest. I mean, the truth is, I get how the courts want to create efficiency. I get how they are very concerned that they're just going to get this flood of opinions and it's going to disqualify so many people there. But they lay in these questions like, well, will this prevent you from being a fair and impartial juror in the case? And the truth is, jurors don't know that. This concept of fairness and impartiality is incredibly subjective. And one of the things I always talk about in jury selection is fairness and impartiality are 2 separate issues. I think a lot of people can be fair. Impartiality is completely different. And the question is, the individual questions have to happen and you have to talk to people. So as a result of just sort of doing this, I don't mind some of the questions in the questionnaire as a launching point into talking to jurors and having a full discussion of what did you see, what opinions have you formed, who have you talked to, and stuff like that. But then to do this rehabilitation question in the questionnaire, which is, somehow magically by checking the box, yes, I can be fair and impartial there, that qualifies them. That to me is self-defeating in the process here.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, especially when there's a lot of people who think this is going to be who think it's an unfair prosecution. And there's a lot of people who I think do have an agenda to get on this jury to try and acquit her. And so that's going to be a challenge.
What's the one question that was left out of this thing that Michael Bryant went through and discussed with our viewers?
Objection, you're badgering the witness. But,
I'm complimenting my host, my co-host.
So the best question you can ask, whether it's in a questionnaire or whether it's an open court, is to a juror, is a very vague question, which is just, what did you think about what you saw?
Just whatever that was,
whatever you saw, heard, or read, what did you think? Because just the what did you think opens up a floodgate, because the truth is most of these questions are narrow questions. What did you see, and did it do something to you? But it's not asking that open-ended, because this is the craft of jury selection, is in really getting jurors to explore, which sometimes they don't know how they feel about some issues that they've seen about. So you got to create space in the courtroom, whether it's on the questionnaire or whether it's in voir dire, for them to truly express and explore. Yeah, I saw that. Was there anything in that you found interesting or troubling or something like that? Yeah, I saw this piece. What was it about that? Oh, well, this bothered me because da, 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 or this I saw because this, and I had questions. That will tell you reams, much more about the person as opposed to those close-ended yes/no questions.
Yeah, those are brutal. And the questionnaire, of course, is designed to kind of narrow a giant pool to workable numbers. And we can go over those actual numbers in a minute, because I think it's instructive as we get ready for this. But my goal was never ask a yes or no question. I don't want that simple. Do you think you can set aside any biases and judge this case fairly? Yes. Well, that's useless, So I get that, and I don't think people put as much importance on that as they should have, and you obviously know how important that is.